And we are live. Hello, everybody. I am Sherrie Roberts, and this is the SLR Presents radio show. We are live on amp.com, and it's SLR Presents as well. If you want to find me there and participate that way, maybe you're not able to watch me at this time. Of course, this will be posted for you to view again later. But we are now at the SLR show, radio show, and we welcome you. We want you to tune in tonight for just a few minutes. We're going to talk a little bit about a really good topic called Vote on It. Vote on It. I am your host, Sherrie Roberts, and we're going to change the dates of the show. We're going to do the show only on first Monday. So we're going to do one more show next week, which is first Monday, which is April the 3rd, as of this particular time we're recording. And then I will see you back again on May 1st. So we're going to take a little break and possibly have a special guest with us at that time. But for tonight, we're going to go ahead and jump right into Vote on It. Now, when I was thinking about the topic that I was talking about, I was thinking about choices. We make choices. We make decisions all the time, even when we're not thinking about it. But then there are some choices that are very valuable. They're very valuable, and they're really important that you make the right choice. And that sometimes it just takes time to get where you need to go. And that's why the process of voting is in place, because the choices we make sometimes can cost us, but we're going to talk about how important voting or making a choice is in your life. Now, there is a show that's called Shark Tank. Most people know about Shark Tank, and they have these entrepreneurs that have done very well in their lives, and they are like millionaires, maybe even billionaires, and they are called sharks, of course. And they sit as a panel and they judge or give people a critique of what they want. Why? Because the ultimate goal is that the pursuing entrepreneur, or the person that is wanting uh, the critiques, it's not they just want to be teased or picked on or whatever. They want to get the funding so that their product or idea can do what they've dreamed of it doing, or what they have prepared for it to do. And so these sharks sit down and they literally give you, as they say, give you the tea, but really they give you a critique of, what you have. They ask specific, very specific questions. And we know how the show goes. Either you end up getting a deal or you go home. So that's kind of what the show is about. And so all of this, what I look at Shark Tank, I think of people who have made choices, and good choices if they did it right. In this case, in business, the choices that they made to sell a product that is marketable, something that's in demand, something that literally will change a life or improve a life. Those are good choices to make when you're deciding what you're about to do, what you're about to get into, what you're about to develop. Those are good choices. Now, sometimes people have come on the show and they've decided that, hey, I want to create something for an animal. And it really wasn't a good decision that they made. And the sharks have a way of asking questions, because at the time it's so good. It seems so great. But then when they get to the part of asking the questions of how many did you sell, or how much did you make, or what did you say? Did you say you lost this much amount of money? Then that kind of determines whether or not that shark's going to lean in their direction or not. So what choices you make is very important. And there may be someone out there that is actually trying to decide what you want to do. But remember, every decision you make may cost you something if it's not the right move. So how do we make sure that we are making the choice? How do we make sure that we're voting properly? Now let's talk about voting. Now I know right here in Jacksonville, we have just finished another uh, preliminaries. We've just finished that session to be able to vote for who we think will make a good mayor or a good, city council person or what have you. And so a part of making sure that we're making the right choice is doing our research. Okay. So if you're trying to decide if something is good for you or something is right for you, sometimes you just have to do your research. So that's one thing. Make sure that you are able to find out what is best for, or in this case, if the candidate is best fit for what you believe in. So you make your decision on that. And with anything else in life, you want to make sure that you are making a wise decision based on what you have studied about that job or that position or that role or that whatever you're trying to sign up to do. You want to make sure you do your research. Another one is to have wisdom, to be around people who are wise. Even in scripture, it talks about that you need to surround yourself with a multitude of counselors, because by having multiple counselors, there will be different areas of expertise that they have that can help you to pinpoint the areas. You might be strong in one area, but not so strong in another. If you go back to Shark Tank, many times there's more than one person that invented the product. They'll bring one person that may, quote, spit out the numbers like this. They'll tell you, we sold this, we did that, whatever. But the other person has the passion and the creative energy to be able to market the product and be able to sell the products, by sell themselves and sell what they're trying to do by simply knowing how to pitch it. Okay. So sometimes you need to surround yourself with people that have varying. And by the way, hey, to those that are joining us, you may want to surround yourself with people who have different levels of expertise that can help you with getting your decision made. There are also, even let's go to voting again, when you're choosing a candidate or you're choosing to decide between two or three decisions, sometimes having a person that has a lot of knowledge in that area can help you to decide if I want to go this way or, oh, no, I didn't know that. So now I understand better. So definitely make sure that you are with wisdom, around wisdom and wise people, and you're also uh, doing your research. Now, in this society, we have a lot of ways that you can research, that you can go online and find different tools and sources that can help you to make those wise decisions. You don't want it to be costly in the long run, even in our personal lives and building relationships or talking to people. You want to be able to make sure that you're making the right choice, especially when it comes to the relationship escalating to a more serious place like marriage. You definitely want to be sure that that's the right thing that you want to do and with the right person. So, very important. All right, you are listening to the SLR Presents radio show. We are just talking today about vote on it and the importance of making the right choice. If you would like to chime in and say something, you're welcome to do so. We're going to be on first Mondays starting in May of 2023, and we're going to do first Mondays, perhaps have our first guest for this show. We're going to be back on next week, April the 3rd. We want you to join us. And if you'd like to put in the chat how voting and making the right choice maybe changed your life, it may have been a good thing that you didn't choose box A over box B, or curtain A and curtain B, you let me know in the chat area and we'll be happy to address that. So hopefully, if you're trying to make a decision, even with something as buying a home, getting a car, or just going to the right school, whatever you're trying to do, make sure that you are aware of your options, because there are many in some areas. There are many options. And in order to make the wise choice of what I'm going to do, where I'm going to go, where I'm going to stay, whatever, you got to do your research ahead of time, and then it will enable you. For those of you that pray, we certainly want to take the time to pray for the Nashville families at this time of the recording. We know that we've had a very tragic incident in one of the schools in Nashville, and we certainly just want to lift those families up in prayer. And also, what's going on in Israel, we hope that that will be resolved. But we know world events happen all the time, and no matter when you're listening to this video or you're listening to this recording, whatever is going on, don't forget to pray. Trust me, God will hear you. You don't want to be like, oh no, God doesn't hear my prayer. Yes, He does. He will hear you and He will answer. So lift up those families, lift up whoever even is around you. You might be surprised your prayer may be the seed for somebody praying for you. There's always somebody praying for you and loving on you. So, again, this is Sherrie Roberts. Happy for you to join me. SLR Presents is the show. We're on amp.com and as well as on this channel on YouTube. And we just thank you so much for chiming in. Be sure to hit me up on the chat. You also can email me at shows@slrpresents.com. I'll be happy to hear from you. All right, we're going to continue and close out with our show tonight has been about vote on it. Make the right choice by doing your research, surrounding yourself with counsel, wise counsel, as well as people who have good expertise and they're very skilled in that area. It will bless your life. You won't make faulty decisions that are costly, and then you can go forth and be able to help somebody else. That is the ultimate goal in life, is that you don't want to just, have everything just for yourself, but eventually you want to be able to help someone else. That's the great thing about when you do make those wise choices, you can help somebody else. We thank you for listening. And again, vote on it, but vote on it with wisdom, vote on it with counseling, and vote on it with confidence. Thanks so much for listening. We're going to be back on next week, April the 3rd. And then we're also going to be back on from that point every first Monday. So be sure to mark your calendars, tell a friend. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe this channel on YouTube. And of course, check me out on amp.com. We're going to continue to have some great topics and also hopefully have some guests in May so that we can engage with some other folks and people and have just a really great time. I'm so glad you chimed in, and I want you to have a great evening.